things differently than everyone else, because let's face it, I always have. I've always strived to do things differently, you know? Record a ton of videos and upload them quickly versus people who overproduce and do massive amounts of video editing on their videos. I was never about that. It's fun that people want to, you know, he's evil, he shouldn't be famous, he shouldn't make money, he shouldn't do this, he shouldn't do that. I never intended to do any of it. It all just happened. Success happened as a result of me being myself. You know, people that absolutely are 100,000,000% against Blip TV and don't give a shit about supporting me, which I know there's people out there. I mean, let's face it. Even though I've been giving you free stuff for 2.5 years, there are people out there who are still, they just take, and don't give a shit. And that's why it's also funny that people say, well, Phil, you should censor yourself and you should change to do this and do that. If I stop being myself for the sake of popularity, then there's no purpose of me ever doing this anymore. The day that I can't be true to myself and be honest about myself and my feelings and things like that is the day that I won't do it anymore. I'll stop recording because I don't think it's worth it. You're gonna be a douchebag and be a complete asshole and disrespect people, those are the kind of people that you don't associate yourself with. And I hate to say it, there's a lot of people who to this day are still very popular names in the fighting game community who are like that. People who you would beat them in a tournament and they would say it was a fucking fluke, fuck you, you're not good, you got lucky. You're like, come on, man, you gotta be respectful, and you know, how could you be like that? And there are people who are still like that. Now there's a group of people that hate me because I made it. Number one, I loved the graphics on the GameCube, but I hated the controller. I thought the GameCube controller is a joke. And let's face it, both the Nintendo 64 and the GameCube controllers were not designed for gamers. The things looked like they were designed for preschoolers, and they really weren't very good for more hardcore games. Now, a lot of people, I'm sure, oh, how dare you say that? There were games like Smash and things that everyone loved. That's fine, but the bottom line is that controller didn't have the design of a lot of modern controllers, you know? The dual thumbsticks with the placement, the 4 face buttons that look like normal face buttons, the multiple triggers. It was a weird controller. And I didn't like it. I disliked it immensely. And I remember trying to play the game, and I was like, oh, I kept fumbling with it. And I just got so frustrated at one point, and I just stopped playing the game. And that's unfortunate because, you know, later on it becomes a classic and everyone's like, it's the best Resident Evil in the series. But at least, you know what? At least I'm taking the time to come back here at a later date and to explore. Hello everyone, DSP here. It is Wednesday, July 9th.